winsome whistling wind, let me listen in. I chased you through these trees and tasted your tender breeze. You're on the tip of my tongue, but we've only begun. Tracked your trail to these winsome woods, where I finally found and understood. Oh, you've been filling my lungs. Oh, you've been hunting me down. I thought you were the wild one, but my taming begun. You wake me in the morning, safety is becoming mine. Love is never fleeing, same in every season. Not alone. Wake me in the morning, safety is becoming my love is never fleeing, the same in every season.
Well, this video series has been pretty crammed schedule-wise with hosting people, having my parents around. So I'll give some reflections on the next mini tournament and what I'm going to plan for there, but also my final decision in terms of mini tournament number 1. Now, the final of this tournament had a Ultra Edge, South African brand axe with like the saw stuffed in the handle. It also featured the Condor Engineer's Bolo, and it also featured the LT Wright Overland Machete. I think upon reflection, because I'm a few weeks out now, I feel like the LT Overland Machete is like an excellent machete. I think if you need speed and you're cutting like kind of smaller diameter of wood or vines or stuff like that, where speed's really imperative to get through things, where like an axe might bend what you're trying to cut because it's going too slow. I'd highly recommend the LT Wright Overland Machete. It's like got that nice taper out and that nice kind of spear point for really good balance, decent packable weight, just a really good design overall. I think what I'm realizing is that, at least for this work, I'm not really a machete guy. I prefer the heavier hitters if I'm going to go out and clear some land. So I think as far as this tournament goes, we're going to give that to the LT Wright. That brings us to the Condor Engineer's Bolo. And I brought this Ultra Edge axe back because in my testing later, the thing was penetrating so deep. Like these, I used to have a Fiskars axe that was like a similar design. And I remember that if you take the edge angle a little bit acute and sharpen it well, man, those things will just chew through stuff and sink in really deep. But usually they don't have the greatest steel in them. So I think after using the axe and the Condor Engineer Bolo, I think in terms of hitting hard, they both are like heavy hitters. Like they both just smash their way into stuff with a lot of weight. The penetration on the axe and the accuracy is probably a smidge better just because it's an axe. But the versatility of the Bolo is pretty insane. You can do slow and methodical wrist strokes to chew your way through a thicker tree, or you can go quite quickly if you need to get through something, again, that's a smaller diameter. So it has some of those machete-like characteristics without being so thin that it does the kind of pinging and like absorbing the shock of the blow that a machete will do sometimes, which I don't like. And it hits as hard as the axe. So it's kind of a narrow margin, but I think I'm going to declare for this tournament, the Condor Engineer Bolo, the winner of the first mini tournament, just because I really value versatility right now. Now, I should say, I'm not saying it would be the best thing to pack out camping. I'm clearing land here, so I'm just talking the best all-around chopper for my purposes and these big, thick trees that we're getting through. I'm going to call it the Condor Engineer Bolo. I guess a quick word on the next tournament and things I've decided. It's been kind of fun to just make judgment calls of like, oh, I like this one better, I like that one better. But I think that my sharpening benefits from the accountability of having the best machine to make sure that I've got as low as possible for that steel and that edge thickness that I can muster, and that hardness. And I sort of miss having the standardization of the best. The best also, I think for a chopping application, if you do it really slow through the best line, the best sharpness tester doesn't necessarily give you a reading on the aggression, but in terms of what we're doing here, like high impact chopping, the best is actually a pretty accurate gauge of how well something will chop. So I think for the next tournament, I'm going to do more to isolate the edge angles because I missed that, and I feel like it's not as true of a test if you don't isolate the edge angles. I'm going to test each blade before and after according to the best, but I don't think I'm going to judge the winner on best alone. It's going to be a combination of use characteristics and how much I like it to use for chopping and the best sharpness tester reading. Anyway, if you want to see my last episode where the LT Wright Overland machete took on a giant, weird, cheapo pirate machete, I'll put the link here. For the rest of you, I'll say peace out from the home slice. You guys take care.